All right, Nicole, your first question today since Cece's not here.
Yes, ooh, pressure. What do you guys just take away from the LSC performance? Just top 10 team, but being able to hold with them, especially in the first half.
I think we just take away, like, we know we have to go rebound, especially offensively. They have kids that score in double figures and they also rebound in double figures as well. So I guess we're just going to take away us rebounding and trying to get to the free throw line and just finishing how we can finish.
Endyia, coming off your performance, 27 points, just what was working for you last night and hopefully taking over into Tennessee?
I just really took what the defense gave me. I don't think that I really forced too many shots, and I got a bunch of buckets in transition. So
Do you feel like that's like where your best play is?
I wouldn't say that. I don't know. That's for coaches to judge.
Speaking of, a couple weeks ago, months ago now, you said you still didn't feel like you reached where you want to be. Do you feel like you're there now?
I mean, yeah, I'm starting to play more like myself now. Obviously, I still have more work and more growing to do, but I feel like now I'm starting to get used to everything in the system. So yeah.
Speaking of getting used to things, last week was your first rep going through the Thursday and then Sunday games in conference. So what do you think you learned from that stretch that week that you can apply to this one now that you have another game on Sunday following the Thursday game?
I would just say that I have started to taking care of my body more seriously. SEC and the Pac-12 are two different leagues. I mean, yeah, I've started to take recovery more seriously. I don't think that like anything offensively has changed for me. Defensively, definitely, I'm guarding a lot better. But yeah, I think that recovery is just like a big thing that should be taken seriously, especially playing this league.
When you say that they're two separate leagues, what have you noticed is the biggest difference? And I guess you're talking about physicality. What makes the SEC so much more physical?
I guess it's down south. Everything's bigger in the south. Pac-12 is more of a scoring league, where the SEC is more of a defensive league, and so you basically have to be ready for a war every night. Not saying that you don't have to be ready for a war every night in the Pac-12, but SEC is more of a defensive-minded league. Like, I've never been on what do we have, a number one field goal percentage defensively? Never, ever crossed my mind. I don't know if we still are, but I know we're still probably up there.
Still top 5 in scoring defense and field goal percentage defense.
Yeah, so yeah, it's more defensive-minded here than it is in the Pac-12.
What are some of the things you take away from last night's performance into Tennessee on Sunday?
We have to do all the little things right. We have to play our game. Can't let them make us do things that we don't want to do. We haven't discussed Tennessee yet, but we have to dictate how the game is going to go. And, yeah, just do all the little things right. At this point, it's not about talent. We know we have the talent. We just have to do everything we're supposed to do. And then we'll come out, hopefully, victorious.
And then Sahara, obviously, looking this year, last year, how do you feel like, do you like where the team's at right now?
I do. I still think we have a lot of room to grow, but I do like where we're at right now. I mean, we have a lot of good players and a lot of great talent on the team. We just have to know how to put it all together and just walk out on the floor knowing that we have good talent, great coaches, and we have to just know that what we put out on the floor is what we know how to do best.
Kind of going off what Endyia was talking about with recovery, Sahara, how do you go, what is the routine, the schedule for preparing for a Sunday game after a Thursday game? How has Joni and the coaching staff decided to utilize your Friday, your Saturday, and then the X number of hours you have before a Sunday game?
So this week, basically, I mean, we played yesterday. We got back here around 12, and then we have a little later practice, but we do still have film and we still have weights to do. And weights is not like as hard as it is, of course, in the summertime. It's just like make sure we're getting everything right, like making sure we still have a little strength in us when we do go play these games. And then what?
A little strength.
Some strength, like, in the summertime, it's just like weights. And then when you play basketball, like you're playing every day, like you're losing weight. Like sometimes you're just going through all these up and down motions. And so, of course, you have to get in the weight room. You still got to lift a little bit and make sure like everything is okay. And then we come in, we practice, we do what we do. And then Saturday we come in early and we do the same thing. And then we got to get ready to play on Sunday. Monday's a day off, so.
Have you seen Joni get fired up like she did yesterday? What was kind of going through your head when you saw that?
I was actually really confused for a little bit because I was going down on the other end of the court because my teammate was going to get a layup. So that's what I was worried about. Then my homegirl. And then I had turned around. I was like, oh, like Joni's at half court, and I don't know what she did at Georgia, but I've never seen it here a day in my life. So that was my first time, but it was excited to kind of see her get fired up for us. I mean, she's always had our back, and it's just we also have to implement that on the floor. Like she has our back, we have to have ours as well too. Hers as well too. Sorry.
Yeah, I was on my way down to make a layup, and I just heard the whistle blow, so I stopped because I thought that they were trying to call a turnover on me or something. And so then I turned around, and I saw Joni doing her thing, and I was just like, "Oh, is it a tech or what's going on?" But I mean, yeah, she should have done that. That was good.
Okay.
I approve.
We've heard that Joni's approach is much different than last year. So Sahara, how emblematic is her getting teed up of how much more she is, to use Jania's word, spicy this season versus last?
I mean, last year I think we just like gotta calm Joni, like everything's gonna be okay. Especially since like the position that we were in with people being hurt and us not having the best work in the SEC. And now we have like a lot of talent, we got a lot of transfers, and she knows what we're capable of. So of course she's gonna get fired up when she sees something that's not going right on the floor with us or just with the rest in general.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank y'all.